Hi, I'm Cinsy and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for this video I'm going to talk about this greenhouse that I got from Ikea. I think it's called Socker. I think it is. So yeah, I'm gonna basically, I bought this because I thought it was really cute and I wanted like an old vintagey greenhouse terrarium thing for my baby plants, which are most of my rarer plants. Yeah, it was really easy to build. They literally just slot in together. But what I found is that it doesn't keep all the humidity in, and there's like a lot of gaps here and even on the sides here as well. So basically what I did, I lined it with masking tape to see if that would just kind of cover up the edges a little bit more, and it was really good. Like even just when I put my hands in to see, like I can feel that there was a lot more humidity, it was a lot warmer, and my plants grew, I don't know, I just feel like they were happier, like they grew a lot faster. I used masking tape as like a temporary thing and it really did not last that long. Okay, so I just did the edges here and also the edges here. I'm just gonna take everything off. Yeah, I added like loads of layers of masking tape thinking that will hold it down. That was good, it was temporary. I think it lasted about 3 weeks, 2 weeks maybe. But yeah, so I lined the two edges here just because there's quite a big gap like in the middle here, and since heat rises it was just gonna come straight out, which it did. So I think it was more original. Well, I think if you don't line it, it's more of like an aesthetic rather than actually for its functional use. And since most of my plants are tropical, they do require like more warmth. Let's see if I can take this out. Oh, is this gonna be? Nope, I'm gonna take my plants out one at a time. I'm not risking any rips because I've done that already. See, I've actually got loads of new growth from them being in here. Okay, and then basically what I've done is lined the bottom here as well, and I lined it on the inside. Actually, these are stuck quite well. What I'm going to use is Gorilla Tape, just because it's so much stronger and lasts longer, hopefully. Can't even get it out. Okay, so I'm going to do the long side first. I'm literally doing this all by eye, but yeah, you can measure it. So what I do is literally just stick it on the end of the greenhouse. And then I need to, maybe it would have been better if I dismantled it, but too late. And then I'm going to turn it over. Literally fold it inwards so it creates like a flap, which is basically like a window draft thingy. I don't know what they're called, but I'm basically replicating like to stop the draft from going out. I'm trying to fold it in as closely to the edge. You can actually buy the thing that I'm replicating, the window, I actually can't remember what it's called, window draft excluder, something like that. Yeah, you can buy them, but you know, a girl is on a budget. And also if this works, then you know, it's all good. It's good as well because since I've been doing this, like my plants have all literally been growing in the winter still. Like we're in perfect. That looks so good. It's so much stronger as well. Okay, so do that on all the edges. Do the long one again. But also I would probably recommend cleaning it first, which obviously I did not do. I didn't really care too much about, I mean I don't really care too much about this anyway. I just wanted like a nicer greenhouse terrarium thing to keep my plants that I really love, and also for me to be able to see them as well. Since I love them, I literally just sit here on the floor in the corner and stare at them all day, every day. Whilst you're here watching as well, please subscribe to my YouTube. I probably have only gained about 1 subscriber since starting, as this is only my 2nd video, so I really appreciate any support. Also, I'm just kind of hoping that by doing this YouTube channel I convince more people to get plants. I feel like I've convinced a lot of my friends to get plants, and it just makes everyone happier, you know? Like, why would you not want plants? And also, I don't actually feel like I know that many people who love plants as much as I do. I think I have about, again, like I said in the last video, I have about 3 friends who like obsess over plants, and it's just nice, you know, like I want to share this with more people. So yeah, please get into plants, follow my videos, and like my videos. Don't dislike. I need to do the hinges here, but that is kind of a problem because it moves. I didn't care how ugly it was when I did the masking tape, but I feel like because this tape is harder to move, I think. I've just ripped the wood off my table. I've just ripped the top of my table. Gonna have to ignore. Okay, I'm just gonna get to the edges. The other really annoying thing is that this literally, it doesn't even close straight. They don't close properly, like there is a gap which lets out all the air. Does anyone follow the Ikea Greenhouse hashtag on Instagram? If you haven't, you are in for a treat. I was stalking it for ages, and I just really, it made me really want to have my own like cabinet, of like a full-on glass cabinet, but just for my plants, and turn it into its own like giant terrarium. But I really like the ones where they've actually, like, instead of stacking with just loads of pots, they've actually turned it into a terrarium where they've covered it in moss and filled the bottom with water. And I think that's really cool, and I would love to do that when I have my own space, because right now everything's kind of just stuck in this corner. I don't have too much space to work with. Okay, I'm gonna clean it up, put the plants back in, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it's been about 2 weeks now since I lined my greenhouse, and I just kind of noticed that the humidity wasn't as high as I hoped for. So I did actually line the hinges, and actually I've noticed more of a difference. Like, it's kept a lot more of the humidity in, which is perfect. Okay, so I've put all my plants back in my greenhouse now. Beforehand, I just kind of gave it a rinse and a wipe over on all the windows to make sure that there's just no dirt or anything on the windows, so that it can let as much light in as possible. It's a very good budget greenhouse, I think. Like, for now, I really love it, and I think it's good just so that I can see my baby plants rather than, like, you know, these boxes. It's just a bit prettier that I can definitely have all year round, rather than with my rehab boxes that I call them. They're kind of just like for winter, really. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Bye.